Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. It is Bruce Jordan, the Michael Jordan of hotels. Jason is back in the house with us. Today we're going to be talking about AI for hotels, what we have, what's coming, and what used to be. How are you doing today?
Excellent. Glad to be here.
So how did you get started in this business?
Long time ago. Started in food and beverage, graduate of Johnson& Wales University, needed to pay off my student loans. So I got a job as a line cook with Marriott's and was fortunate enough to have a great career path ahead of me. Went from back of the house, then at the front of the house and just kept on working hard.
Nice, nice. Listen, AI is changing the game. When I first started in this business, AI back in the 90s, I had a basketball, cornrows, and he played for the 76ers.
Oh boy.
And he was a little guy, but he could dunk. So AI doesn't look like that anymore.
No. AI's got cousins.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, what is the number one thing that you're seeing that AI is changing in the hotel industry?
Uncertainty.
Mm,
I think it's unfortunate that something that's supposed to help has caused some fear amongst people. And I think what we need to do is just kind of take a step back and say, let's not be afraid. Let's embrace it like anything else, because when used correctly, it could really help change the game. And I think for owners, they want to see efficiency, right? We talk about pricing for profit. We could price for profit, but all of that money could be easily spent if we're not efficient in our operation. So I think where AI is really helping to change things up isn't just in revenue or sales and marketing, but it's also um, with our operational teams trying to make things easier for them so that we could do what we do best, and that's take care of our guest, right? And try to, but we got to do it carefully because sometimes there's AI and we want to make sure that we're using it right, but we're still able to have a personalized experience with the guest. So I think what we need to do is figure a way to balance that out.
mm, I agree. I agree. What are like the top 5 AI tools that you're seeing that worked really well in the hotel industry?
So the first one I see is, and this isn't just limited to hotels, but it's note taking. When you think about all the revenue calls that we do,
Mhm.
and if this tool, and there's so many different ones out there, but it's taking notes for us, right? It's building that recap that we would have to, handwrite, and then we're typing it out and sending it out. It's taking the recap, but then not only the recap, but it's also building a playbook for us at the same time. Because now we could simply go back and just say, okay, type in the in code, right? And then we could go back to see different highlighted notes and see, okay, Jason was responsible for this. Okay, this person's responsible for that. And this is what we need to do. That's just one example. Pricing or forecast models, right? Where we're able to, faster than ever, okay, drop into any of these systems, even something as easy as ChatGPT,
Mhm.
where you could give it some examples and it's building up, right? So you could go back a week later and you could drop in what your actual results were.
Nice.
And then in time, okay, build up historical data and it's able to make recommendations based on what you've done if you set it up correctly. Keyword, setting it up correctly under your parameters.
Nice. That's number 2. Number 3?
Number 3, you know what? Forecasting for labor,
Mhm.
right? So we talk a lot from the revenue management perspective about the top line. Well, what happens with labor, right? Are we utilizing it to give it these what if scenarios? Okay. For example, we know that every Tuesday we open the house at 60%, 65%. Okay. Well, okay. Did we have enough staff? What happened with the staff? What were the results of our OSAT, our satisfaction scores? And then could we have done better? These models that we're able to build ourselves with these algorithms. And once upon a time when we said the word algorithm, it was like, what is that? How do I do that?
Yeah.
But ChatGPT, you could put it in its simplest English form and it converts to that algorithm, and it's allowing you to build up those models.
Nice, nice. That's number 3. Number 4?
Budgets.
Oh, now we're getting to the good stuff.
We're in budget season, right? So what better way is there? And I think this goes a lot for the smaller operators. And I'm going to continue to talk Chat GPT because it's something that anybody could purchase very, very inexpensively. And you could drop in different data points, okay, your historical data, what you think in the future is going to happen, and ask, again, different scenarios and build up your budget right in ChatGPT. Click another button and it spit it out in Excel.
Nice, nice. It's that's interesting because like you can add an attachment with ChatGPT and it can actually recognize what's inside the attachment
Yes.
and ask for a breakdown. So that I think that's a new feature that's in the latest version. I'm not sure if it was 4 or 5, the version that came out that it can actually do that. So I was really impressed about when that new version came out.
The other thing we're able to do now with this AI, right? We're 5.
Yeah,
Five.
I think either we're at 4 or 5's about to be released, or 5 is like it's just coming out.
Okay. So what we could do now is automation, right? We know what our top 5 tasks are every day, right? The top 5. How much of that stuff could be automated, right? For me, yes, I love rate shopping tools, but I also love going back online to the hotel website, okay, and pulling my own, screen scrapes.
Mm-hmm.
The systems, you could set that up to do it automatically for you.
Nice, nice. Now, I know with AI, especially like ChatGPT and Perplexity and Claude and all the AI platforms that's out there. I know like the key things to get what you want is going to be the prompts. What are like the top 2 or 3 prompts that you use on a daily basis to achieve your objective and your goal?
It's what if,
Hmm.
right? So if this, then that. And I think the other one is more of trying to get it to save the historical, because again, it's, garbage in, garbage out, right?
That's right.
And you think about a segmentation report, it's got to, if it's not entered right. So for me, it's making sure that as I'm entering data, trying to build up my historical so that I could get more out of it in the future, going back to recondition things and make sure that it's able to produce the reports that I'm looking for.
Okay. Okay. Now I've been hearing a lot about AI agents, like building out your own AI agents. I know one guy, like he has his own, he doesn't even have coders. Like he just hires AI agent builders to build the tasks that he wants performed, and then he sell those AI agents to other businesses. Like, yeah, like that's how powerful the agents are. Um for instance, email. He built the AI agent to go through all his emails and just trash all of the trash stuff and delete it, and just keep all the good stuff.
I tried that once. I don't think it went over too well. I had a couple people asking me, waiting for a response. I don't think I was quite ready for that yet, but it's happening, right? It's there. There are apps you could buy
Mhm.
as a add-on for Google Chrome, for example, that will do pieces of what you just said. But I like to read my email. I don't know if I'm quite there yet.
One thing that I really think we need to build like an AI agent just to check the metadata, because but in your listings you have all of these notorious travel agents. Yeah, that they're coming in under like B2C, and so a lot of hotels, they're setting everything up to B2C so everybody can jump on their metadata, and they're undercutting the rates of you, Expedia, Agoda, and everybody else just to get the reservation.
It's costing us money on rate parity claims with our brand partners.
Exactly. So we're getting these crazy emails saying we're gonna shut you down. I'm like, hold on, I didn't set the rate. Like I don't even know who these people are. I never heard of these travel agents before. So one thing that I had to do is I had to eliminate data, just do B2B. But the other thing is I would love to have an AI agent that can go out and look at this like hourly, so I can like see the rate parity within my own Google listing on Google and TripAdvisor, because I was having the same issue on TripAdvisor.
Absolutely.
So I'm like I'm trying to see if I can hire someone to build that out, so I can catch it, I can flag it, and I can call them like, hey, I'm gonna sue you. You know, take this down because you don't have the authority to do this because I didn't give it to you.
It's a challenge. It's definitely a topic for another episode.
Absolutely, absolutely. But what are some of the things that you feel like AI needs to, what we need, or where AI needs to be in the next 5 years for hotels to actually use it more? Because I feel like a lot of hotels just aren't using it to its full capacity.
I think we need to come up with a budget. How much are we willing to spend on it? And I think hotels need to, decide on which platform they're going to use, right? Is it Gemini? Is it ChatGPT, right? What is their budget? What are we going to actually use it for? And what are we not going to use it for? I received an email from somebody,
Mhm.
and I know that that email wasn't written from them. Wow, you never used to email me before, but now it was great. Okay, but you could tell. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to depersonalize what we do.
Yeah.
We're still in hospitality, so I think companies, hotel management ownership groups, need to say, what are we willing to do? Is it at the enterprise level? Is it at the hotel level? And what's the limitations and what's that budget? Because again, we could go online, we could use the free versions, but we can only go so far with that.
Okay.
When it comes to things that I do within revenue management, I have a paid subscription that I use ChatGPT for, and it's able to, I see it as my assistant.
Mhm.
And if you use it that way and you use it correctly, it could definitely be beneficial. Um, but like everything else, validate. Don't just trust. Trust, but verify.
Yeah, because I've caught it wrong quite a few times.
It drew up a heat map for me one time, and the heat map looked great.
Mhm.
And if you didn't go back and look at it, it was kind of like reversed what I thought it was going to, how I thought it was going to present. Trust, but verify, like anything
Yeah,
else.
that's about right. What do you think about the reservation AI agent?
That's I think it's I think we're in test out for that. I'm not. I like to talk to somebody.
Mhm.
I know when it's a machine.
Okay.
Personally, I don't. I feel that there are still certain parts of what we do that still needs to have that human person, especially in today where people are paying a lot more for what for our rooms and for our hotels. But I think we're going to see those AI reservationists put out strategically based on the hotels. And I don't think it's going to just be rolled out blankets. I think that uh, certain asset classes will start with them first. And I
Mhm.
think it's all going to be about what's the expectation of the guest and what's going to be the most profitable for that hotel.
Yeah, I really think if it's rolled out soon, I think it should be rolled out with the economy and limited service first, because
Exactly.
they don't they really can't afford the staff. Like they and then the especially if they're a franchise, their franchise charges out the wazoo, to take those calls.
Yes,
So now they have another line item on their franchise bill that they have to pay. And if they get the reservation agent for AI, they don't have to worry about that.
exactly.
So I can't wait to see that.
It's exciting. Exciting. I can't wait to go to high tech. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I go to high tech every year, and one of the things that really that doesn't make sense to me is how many hotel tech companies are out there and how many of them are actually in hotels. Like no one is saying, you know what? Maybe we don't need to be the man. Maybe we need to be
Right.
a module that we can add to the existing PMS system. When I go to Expedia, when I go to the pay per click section of it, I click a button. I know that's a separate department. I know that's a separate product. but I don't have to log into another system to get there. I just click a button and it takes me straight there. It should be the same way with the PMS system. So
You're right.
it doesn't make any sense to have all of these tech companies out there and they're all fighting for a dollar that is already stretched too thin as it is.
Yeah, thanks.
And then trying to figure out how come we're not number one. Like, yeah, because you're competing against 1,000 people that don't want to spend money. So it's very difficult for them.
I'm waiting to see some of those companies consolidate and hopefully learn and decide, okay, which one of them could merge together to bring some of these tech stacks so that they're not stacking one on top of each other, but so that they're, working closer next to one another instead of stacking. When we stack, it's just, it's not as easy as pushing that button to get to that other section of Expedia, like you said. So I like that. And I think that's coming soon.
Yeah, we'll get less calls, that's for sure. I get a call every day. Hey, with this new software, like, what does your software do differently? Just one thing, like, I'm gonna change my software every 3 months because of this one thing, this one new feature that came out of last week. Like, that's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not gonna happen. So they have a long hill battle. That's for sure. But listen, thank you for being on the show. How can everybody get in touch with you?
Jason D'Agostino. Check me out on LinkedIn, Jason D'Agostino, or by email, jasond'agostino@outlook.com.
And thank you for joining us for another episode. This is Bruce Jordan of Michael Jordan Hotels, signing out. Hey, what's going on? It's Bruce Jordan, the hotel revenue expert. I just want to take a quick second to thank you for watching this video. If you could just do us a big favor and just subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more videos like this, more information, great information about hotels. I'm also the author of the Hotel Revenue Bible. You can get that book on hotelrevenuebible.com. And we are here to answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, just shoot us a quick text at 321-321-2002. That's 321-321-2002. And you can book a revenue call. Go to hotelrevenuecall.com and we can answer any and all your questions. Just make an appointment with me. You'll do one-on-one with me. You'll be able to do one-on-one with me, and we could go ahead and get all your questions answered and see if you have any revenue issues that needs to be resolved. Talk to you soon. Thank you again. Hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate you.